Start recording. Oke, halo semuanya. Welcome to my gameplay Genshin Impact. Kita akan main ke ini ya. Bagian ketiga dari event ini. Apa sih namanya? Nih. Deburan bayang-bayang salju bagian 3. Ini kayaknya bagian terakhir. Habis ini snowman-nya kebuka. Habis itu kita udah bisa claim dan masukin ke Serenity Pot. Aku kemarin udah main sekali di akun istriku, tapi aku skip gitu, aku nggak tahu ceritanya apa. Jadi akun Oke, mari kita mulai aja.
Traveler, Paimon. I suppose your story is ready.
Oh, kita kemarin suruh ngarang ya.
Do you need some more time?
No need. I am also ready to tell my story.
Wah, ini
Paimon calls it.
setahu aku dia ceritanya dia asli.
Okay, here goes.
Kurang lupa
Once
ngasih
upon a
minum lagi.
time, there was an evil researcher who went into the mountains and
Nadia.
did a crazy experiment on whopper flowers to transform their appearance. After a lot of pain and suffering, the whopper flowers finally took on a human form. Then they stood by the side of the mountain to wait for unsuspecting bypassers. To whoever spoke to them, they would ask some questions such as, "Who am I? Who are you?" If the bypasser got the wrong answer, the last sound they'd make would be a yelp before the whopper flower ate them alive in one bite.
Oh, truly frightening.
Takut nih.
What the? You two aren't scared at all!
Pura-pura takut ya.
Don't go nitpicking, okay? If you didn't like the story, go write your own.
Mereka mengambil orang tersebut, beberapa waktu menelan orang.
In other words, the whopper flowers would ambush and then completely replace their victims.
Mungkin mereka dapat identitas baru. Nice.
And then what? Go back to where the person lives? Enter their home? Eat their whole family? Paimon made up this story, but now Paimon's the one who's scared by it.
It's a good story. May I write it down? I may bring it up in future conversations.
What for? Just to scare people with?
Yes.
You've got a real mean streak, Albedo.
Mine is a little longer than yours.
Nah,
It starts with an alchemist. A great alchemist once
Yeah.
created Subject 1. Subject 1 was her proudest achievement and successfully blended into human society. No one ever would have thought that this friend of theirs was in fact a synthetic human.
Ini ceritaan si Renedotir, mamanya Albedo, alias yang bikin Albedo. Subjek 1 itu Albedo yang asli 1.
However, unbeknownst to Subject 1, the alchemist had tried the same experiment many times before he had come into being. Some of the rejects from failed experiments had been discarded, but had not died. Subject 2 was one such failed experiment. He was swallowed by a great dragon that came to rest upon a snow-swept mountain. Many years later, he was resurrected by the dragon's mysterious power.
Loh, yang subjek 1 berarti Albedo yang kedua. Subjek 2 itu Albedo yang pertama. Kebalik berarti.
He saw all kinds of people on the mountain, including Subject 1,
Alias dia
who
sendiri,
had
subjek
somehow
2.
miraculously blended in among them. Never in Subject 2's wildest imagination had he thought it possible for experimental life forms such as they to deceive everyone so successfully. He saw the way humans accepted Subject 1 as a friend, witnessed their affection as they addressed him by name. This was what Subject 2 wanted. Now, all that Subject 2 desired was to replace Subject 1
Menggantikan subjek 1.
and take the joy of his existence for himself.
This is
Belum
giving
serem kok.
Paimon the chills. So scary.
Jadi yang ceritanya subject one itu malah si dia ini kan subject two, si albedo asli yang albedo sama kita ini. Yang dia bilang subject two itu adalah albedo yang pertama, albedo yang gagal lah istilahnya. Subject one itu akan albedo yang berhasil, yang bisa membaur sama orang-orang.
Subject 2 began to unfold his plan. He stole Subject 1's books and notes and studied all that Subject 1 had learned from the alchemist. Subject 2 was highly intelligent, and he learned quickly. He changed his face into an exact replica of Subject 1's face. Then, he found a plant with mimicry capabilities and transformed it using dragon blood and alchemy.
Dragon blood, makanya choppernya bisa ada dragon bloodnya gitu ya.
And so, not only did Subject 2 transform his own appearance to perfectly match that of Subject 1, he also created a third entity.
Subject 3.
Subject 3.
What? There's 3 of them now?
Yes.
But Subject 2 wanted to become a perfected human. So, he erased the mark in both his and Subject 3's necks. For these marks were symbols of imperfection.
Menghapus tandanya di lehernya. Dia sengaja menghapusnya.
In my view, it was probably a subconscious act, an instinct. He so desperately craved to become a perfect human being that he forgot something. Human beings are defined by their flaws. Subject 2's plan was meticulously crafted. Subject 3 would draw Subject 1's attention. After Subject 1 disposed of Subject 3, he would assume the threat had now disappeared and would let his guard down.
Kok yang teksnya aku kurang paham ya. Nomor 2 menjelaskan semua itu dengan teliti, ya. Nomor 3 akan menarik perhatian nomor 1. Setelah nomor 1, oh ya. Terus
The next moment that Subject 1 was alone, Subject 2 would make his move. He would eliminate Subject 1 and become the only one remaining. He would secretly replace the Subject 1 of everyone's memories and inherit his identity, residence, clothing, sword, name, and friends. People would have no idea that the individual they knew had become somebody else from one day to the next.
This is way too scary. Iron's never gonna be able to trust anyone again.
But just before Subject 2 could carry out his plan, a unique stranger entered the mix. Subject 2 tried to make contact with this person, but found that they could somehow sense he was different from Subject 1.
Ini kita.
What's wrong? Are you scared?
What happened then? What happened to the stranger?
Strangernya kan
Became
kita.
a new stage in Subject 2's plan. One more person that Subject 2 had to dispose of. It's as if there were 3 identical roses in a garden. Only one of the 3 was a fine specimen, while the other 2 were defective specimens that bore poisonous thorns. In all the world, only the gardener who tended to them could tell which was the good specimen. People do not like poisonous plants. Only a perfect rose can fetch a high price. If the inferior specimens wanted to conceal the fact of their worthlessness, they would have to take the gardener out of the picture, using their poisonous thorns. This is exactly what Subject 2 was thinking. So, he hid in the shadows and waited patiently. Maybe soon, he would get his chance to become truly human.
Jadi dia tahu nih otaknya si Subject 2 alias albedo pertama yang nggak ada bintangnya itu nunggu waktu untuk ngebunuh kita si Traveler. Ini bukan cerita belaka, ini kejadian nyata.
That was intense. So what happened after that? Did Subject 2's plan succeed?
Fortunately, it is just a story. And even in this story, Subject 2 did not succeed. But monsters mutated with Durin's power and blood are also creatures of Ryan's, just like me. You must beware of all such creatures. I'm glad to hear that. It's okay. I know what I am. You and I are both different, so there is no need for me to. The only
kita berdua
thing is
different.
that sometimes, when I think about how mighty the power of alchemy is, I feel so small.
I feel so small.
As beings who set foot in this world, how arrogant are we in desiring to control our destiny and in desiring to create? Is creation an arrogant act, traveler? If not, why do we call the ones that created us and control us gods? If it is, then what qualifies us to call ourselves creators? How far must we take our reverence and respect? And what purpose that nothing special. Whenever I think about it.
Poor albedo.
Hello? Traveler? Are you here?
Emba.
Hey, is that Amber?
Thought we might find you here.
Paha seksi. Pantat Eula. Pantat Ember. Eula tik banget.
We're here to deliver a message from Cyrus. There's gonna be a big event down at the base camp, and they want you there too, Traveler.
Oke, cerita albedonya
Winter
udah
camp
selesai.
is nearing its end.
Sekarang cerita yang lain.
Apparently, even provisional instructors are required to attend.
Looks like we need to go, albedo. Bye for now.
Then I won't
Bye-bye.
keep you.
Kita mau ke
I
Cyrus.
have some things to attend to here, so forgive me for not seeing you down.
Don't worry about it. There have been no issues getting up and down the mountain recently. Is everyone ready? Let's not keep them wait.
11 menit ya. Kalau kita skip itu cepat banget loh ceritanya ini. Kalau udah skip ya. Kemarin aku main skip. Jadi kemarin aku berpikir untuk berhenti main genshin, tapi aku pikir susah deh untuk berhenti main ini. Karena aku tuh main ini kan ada ceritanya, cerita dari genshin sendiri. Sedangkan istri aku berhenti main, ya lagi berhenti main dia main karena gameplaynya seru, tapi dia nggak tahu ceritanya sama sekali, artefaknya nggak tahu. Pokoknya aku suruh ini ya dia ikutin aja gitu. Sekarang kita mau ngapain ya? Sekarang kita aku mau ganti. Yoi. Ganti jadi bahasa Inggris. Oke. Biar teks sama omongannya itu sama gitu.
Who is this guy?
Gigantic version of Joel.
Allow me to introduce Yozerf. He's Joel's father.
Joel.
Dad, this is that traveler I was telling you about. The traveler's helped me out loads in the past, and this time we even built a snowman together.
Oh iya,
Joel has told me everything about you. I can't thank you enough.
Lagunya bagus yang ini. Itu dia alasan kenapa aku masih main juga, lagunya bagus.
Wow, this is amazing. Wait a second. Why is Cyrus discreetly wiping tears away?
Kenapa dia
And
dia
what
di
is
mata?
Pallid doing here?
Pallid is the
ini,
hero
munyak.
of the hour this time. Go on,
Duh.
Pallid. Tell us what happened in your own
Dih,
words.
kurang ajar.
Okay. The weather was fine on that fateful day, and I had a feeling that Lady Luck was smiling down on me. So I trusted my gut and set out to explore somewhere new, somewhere dangerous. Because where there is great danger, there is also great treasure.
Ini Pallid ini katanya lagi ngeridim kesalahannya gitu ya. Kemarin kan kita benci banget sama Pallid ini kan. Saking kalau dia lagi kesusahan kita nggak mau bantu. Waktu dia dipukulin monster kita biarin aja. Tapi katanya di kali ini Pallidnya dinaikin gitu. Kenapa sih Pallid ini? Ini kesel, Reklas Pallid ini orang yang ceroboh ya. Saking cerobohnya dia mau ke tempat yang somewhere new.
Why does this sound so hard to believe?
But I had only been away from the group for a short while when I fell down a slope and
jatuh kan
just
dia.
started rolling.
Nah dia putar-putar
Oh,
kayak Bennett.
did my bad luck rub off on him when we ran into each other on the mountain?
Nah goblok.
The place I fell to was somewhere I didn't
Uh-oh.
recognize, and I'd sustained a few injuries. I remember thinking to myself, this is the worst luck I've ever had in my
Nah,
whole life.
worst luck campur worst luck
Then I met Yoserv.
campur
He'd heard the sound of me
ceroboh.
falling and
Jadinya
came out
gini.
to see what was going on.
Tapi malah ada keberuntungan.
Wow. So it was completely by chance then.
I
Keberuntungan
thought he must
jadinya.
have been someone from the Adventurers Guild here for the event, but after a few words of conversation, it was clear that he was having memory problems. He didn't even know his own name.
Kok bisa?
The temperature was freezing, and there was no time to deal with all that there and then. So I convinced him to come back to the camp with me and figure everything else out after we got there. We got back to the camp, ran into Joel, and the moment he saw him, he froze for a second with this completely stunned expression on his face, and then he started crying out, "Dad! Dad!" That's when Yoserv suddenly started to remember.
My memory has still not fully recovered, but Joel and his mother, they are the only ones that I will not, no, that I cannot forget.
Daddy.
Daddy.
Daddy's right
Bisanya
here,
dia hilang
Joel.
ingatan, guys.
Daddy's right
Kenapa
here.
bisa hilang ingatan dia?
Yoserv, don't you remember anything else at all? The poor princess, feeding the foxes?
I'm sorry. I have no recollection. Maybe it's because of the head trauma.
Jatuh dia
I'm
apalanya.
not sure.
Jadi
I
amnesia.
woke up and found myself covered in blood.
Dahab darah.
My things were gone, and there was nothing to indicate who I was or how I got
Makanya
there.
harus ada KTP
I
gitu ya,
crawled
Pak.
into a cave and settled in for a slow recovery. After my legs and feet were a little better, my hunting skills were what kept me alive.
Dad, I was so worried about you.
Worried about
I'm
you.
all right now, Joel. Oh, don't cry. Daddy,
Oh, this is good. This is good.
You know what, though? I definitely think my luck got worse after running into Benin on that mountain.
Anjing.
I knew it.
Kurang ajar.
I just...
No. I just meant if it weren't for you, there's no way I ever would have run into Yoserv on a mountain this huge. Besides, we got back safely, didn't we? So don't blame yourself. Maybe sometimes miracles can only happen when you get just unlucky enough.
Iya benar juga ya.
When did you become such a smooth talker, huh?
Huh? Am I?
Oh, yeah. I want to say thank you to the Traveler, Uncle Cyrus, Auntie Eula, and Auntie Amber.
Auntie Amber.
Thanks, everyone.
Tante
You
Yula,
all
Tante
helped look
Amber.
after me, and I will always remember. But I guess I can't take the snowman with me, or it'll melt.
Oh, I can help with that. One moment.
Beuh, ngapain dia?
Huh? Eula?
Ngapain dia?
Here, take this. It's powdered rime. Just add it to your snowman, and it will never melt.
Kok bisa?
Wow! Really? Dad, I have an unmeltable snowman now!
how can I ever repay you all? Thank you all. Thank you.
Dad, I want to go move the snowman.
Okay. I'll be leaving with Joel now. I'm
Very well, very well.
Very well,
It's time for Paladin and I to have another discussion concerning his breaches of adventure discipline.
Huh? But Cyrus, I think I kind of made up for my mistakes this time, you know?
See you guys.
Oh, I made this for
Yes.
you and Amber.
Nice.
Think of it.
Are you sure? This must be really important to you.
Come on now, just take
Katanya
it.
Genshin Impact
No
game
need to make
porno.
such a fuss.
Goblok.
Wow.
Porno dari mana? Orang nggak ada kegiatan seksual. I'll treasure
You're
it.
welcome. Just Amber and I have some business to.
Oke, tapi saya bikin 3 ini ya. 3 snowman.
Everyone's gone. Oh, you know what? We've been on Dragonstein all this time, and somehow Paimon still forgot to ask Obin. Maybe we should try to
Mungkin kita
leave
bisa dapat
then.
fresh fruit juicer kali ya. Yeah. Betul, ini adik kakaknya Cyrus dan anaknya Cyrus itu si Marjorie atau siapa sih itu yang jual item-item kecil, item-item unik. Malah satu lagi ya. Nah, loh, belum bisa dibuka. Oh astaga, kan belum selesai. Bodoh. Bodoh. Kan belum selesai bodoh. Ini dulu bodoh. Yoi Mia, seksi. Tangannya kecil. Tadadadam.
Traveler and Paimon, what can I do for you? Wait a minute. You've got that mischievous look on your face. Oh.
Miss, will you help us?
Help us. Translate. There's no us in this situation. Yes, I really have not taken this either way.
Well, if the
Sama-sama
traveler is
dulu.
really interested, then yeah, maybe I'll give this one a pass. It's just the weirdest request ever.
No, but Paimon Sunsettias are gonna go to waste without it.
And the time it would take me to
Itu
research
artinya-
something like that, I could probably pick those Sunsettias
Nakal.
again 10 times over.
New research project, Timaeus? We meet again.
Ini yang asli. Tapi nanti
Oh,
bisa
albedo,
hilang-hilang,
thank
aneh.
goodness. So the situation is, Paimon wants a machine that can turn fruit into juice, and
Majorly important, that's what it is.
Penting.
If you can manage to...
that's impossible.
Hilang guys. Hilang. Hilang. Ini waktu dulunya ya. Ini sebelumnya hilang. Sebelumnya hilang. Aku juga bingung ini albedo yang asli apa yang palsu. Tunggu.
Turning fruit into juice
Akhirnya.
is not hard, but keeping it fresh, right, traveler?
Hermo.
What about his neck?
What's wrong?
Nah,
Is there something on my neck?
ada tiba-tiba.
From the look on
Mukanya
your
jelek.
face, it's as if you thought I just played a practical joke on you that was in exceedingly poor taste.
Mukanya kayak gini.
Albedo, you were saying, how do you stop fruit from going bad?
Taruhnya di Dragon Spine.
One way would be to bury your fruit on Dragon Spine, where the snow never melts all year.
But then Paimon won't be
Kan
able
nggak
to
bisa
eat
makan.
You could always live on Dragon
Nggak
Spine,
bisa tinggal di Dragon Spine.
them. Oh no, too cold for
Terlalu
Paimon.
dingin tinggal di Dragon
or
Spine.
you can give the fruit to me.
Ya udah kasih aja
I would
ke
take it to
aku.
Dragon Spine
Aku
for
bawa
you.
ke Dragon Spine kamu.
But since you don't like the cold, you'd have to send someone else to pick them up when you want them.
Kamu
This
suruh
is
orang
where
lain
you
ambil.
come in, traveler.
Suddenly sounds a
Dada.
lot more feasible with other people doing all the work.
Kita disuruh ambil sendiri.
Shall we go with that idea?
Fruit buried on Dragon Spine will stay fresh for much longer. However, it is also possible that the fruit will sprout and grow into fruit trees.
Menurut kalian bisa nggak tuh?
Who knows? Maybe the next time you visit, it will have grown into an orchard.
Orchard
You
apa sih?
can water the trees, add fertilizer, and when they finally bear fruit, you will have some fresh
Kebun.
Sunsettias.
Orchard itu kebun.
No way! Then Paimon will have to be a gardener.
Oh, lu mau jadi gardener, tukang kebun.
Oh,
Bukan tujuh aja di
I
sini.
don't think being a gardener is so bad.
Nah, muka kita lucu banget ya. A gardener. Gardener kan kita sendiri. Kan gardener kita sendiri sih.
Stop trying to get your hands on Paimon's super sweet Sunsettias.
It bothers you, does it?
Of course it bothers Paimon. They are the rarest, super duper sweetest Sunsettias ever. And they're not for you.
Okay. But they're just Sunsettias.
Berisik.
I
Bye mono.
think you're only so attached to them because you don't have much fruit of this quality in your possession. When someone's pockets are full and their spirit is fulfilled, they don't easily fall prey to this kind of yearning.
Ini suara coba air. Tutut. Apakah sudah selesai? Mari kita ngomong sama dia. Kayaknya ngomong sama dia ada achievementnya deh.
Dragon spine is too cold for ordinary fruit trees to survive. But if one day dragon spine did become home to gardens and orchards, there would be more reasons for people to visit. Perhaps a little life is the key to
Kalau kita
attracting
lihatnya secara
people.
dark, nanti dragon spine banyak kan kebun kan. Kayak kebunnya ini kebun whooper flower. Terus orang-orang ke sana untuk basmi whooper flower.
Life may exist in all kinds of
Pikiran jahatku
unfathomable
aja.
forms and in all manner of unthinkable environments. Mysterious,
Tenacious.
yet tenacious. Perhaps this is what makes life so special.
Tenacious itu gigih. Cueng. Nggak ada dapat achievement apa-apa.
Dragon spine, if life may.
Tidak ada quest. Apa sudah bisa pencet sini? Mari kita bikin. Yes, no man. Tunggu loading. Ini dia. Lah. Aku cuma punya satu. Aku punya tangan.
Watch me make a snowball. Pew!
Siapa yang ngomongin? Paimon kah? Jo. Halo, cu. Ini aja. Lucu sekali. Ambil. Sekarang kita pencet sini. Harusnya ada di sini ya. Ini dia guys, 1 2 3 4. Apakah kita bisa buat ini di dalam Serenity Pot kita? Mari kita coba. Turururut tut 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 turut tut turut turut tut tut turut tut tut tut. Mana di sini dibuat? Dimanakah dia? Bisakah kita taruh di pemandian air panas? Tidak bisa. Nggak bisa taruh di air panas guys. Jadi ceritanya dia jadi ini ya, jadi penjaga. Udah maksimal. Kita bisa bikin berarti tanpa ada apa-apanya ya. Apa sih current state? Penyihir. Nah, kita bisa bikin tanpa scarf berarti, karena scarfnya ini bikin jelek sih. Kita bikin gini aja. Nah, hidung penyihir. Nah gini kan lucu. Nggak usah ada lehernya, jadi kayak badut. Ini kedinginan, warna merah-merah. Berarti matanya merah juga. Wah, goblok. Hidungnya merah. Oke. Itu dia. Mari kita mandi Yomi ya. Oke, Yumi besok mandi di sini. Oke guys, sampai jumpa di video berikutnya. Genshin Impact kalau ada event lagi aku bikin seperti ini karena aku memang suka ceritanya. Sampai jumpa lagi di video berikutnya. Wah, bisa sit. Bisa sit. Nice. Woohoo. Bye bye guys.